looks like everything should be working now. Going through everything, doing checks. Again, sorry about that, guys. My camera stopped working for a second, and then my capture card just decided to conk out on me too. Like, everything just started breaking apart. So I actually had to like reset my whole computer and just set it up again. It's just like, but thanks for being patient. Again, sorry about that. I really gotta upgrade my computer's hard drive to a solid state. I'm still on an HDD, so like it's pretty slow on that. But yeah, welcome back to Buried Stars. Long awaited because, you know, like I said, sorry again about the stream issues, but everything looks like everything's set up fine. I don't see any major issues right now on Streamlabs. We can go ahead and just jump straight back into the game. Yeah, time for more Detective Doyoon. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump back into it. Yeah, I should move this down a little more. Make myself a little smaller. We can call people. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for being so patient with me. No way. He won't be able to answer his phone anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. Won't be able to answer my phone anymore. Okay. I guess I'll call Inha, because she's probably the lowest out of the people I actually can call.
괜찮아?
그럴 리가 있겠어? 서로 까는 게 일상이었지만 이건 아니야.
아까만 해도 얘기를 했었는데
왜 이런 거지? 언제 그런 거지?
모르겠어. 당장은 아무 생각도 안 나.
화장실에 저렇게 처박아 놓은 건 또 왜냐고? 어디 사이코패스라도 하나 숨어든 건가? S승연인가 진짜?
설마 그럴 리가.
설마는 지금 이 상황이 설마지. 설마 이런 일 터질 거라고 누가 생각했어? 믿을 수가 없어.
Everything went better, but that entire conversation was just her, you know, freaking out, so... I've had, like, more calm conversations that made her sadder and took my sanity, but, you know, makes sense. Okay, what's new on Oh! New... Look at that. We got a new Ju Young picture. Look how beautiful that is. That's a good one right there. Okay. SC Young said you are the next. How do you feel now? You must feel great. Now you captured a lot of attention as you wish. I don't know. Ask SC Young about it. Play it cool. You are SC Young, aren't you? You're just acting like the troll. You ruined the band's debut because you couldn't be in the spotlight if the genre changed. Now you're about to be eliminated from the competition. So you're using the accident to destroy B-stars and step on the other contestants. Well, I won't let them have their way. He thought the conversation was over, but it didn't seem like there were any new mentions too. Yeah, all the Fader stuff is new now. Jungle Penguin's giving us new advice. Thanks for joining. So let's do with Yu Hyuk Lee first. His rejoining is the one I actually had to do, so we'll check that.
어떻게?
Can't believe I'm the last one who saw him. Hey Tasso. Again, what's up? Again, sorry about the delay. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciated that thumbnail I did too. Real fine piece of art I put there. If you don't mind, can you tell me again about what happened when you came out? Yu Hyuk frowned as little as he was trying to concentrate.
그랬지.
Okay, I talked with Hysung in the dressing room. First he talked about the scholarship, after that he talked about my father. I thought he was going too far with this. I told him that he should stop and go back with me, but he wouldn't listen.
맞아.
Right, that's what you told me earlier.
그리고
And he kept checking Fader while we were talking. I think that went on during the whole time I was in the room. I think he was arguing with SC Young. He kept posting comments even after you left.
그게
If you check what time it was, you should be able to figure out roughly how long he had been talking.
그래.
Hysung's post came up after you came back. I should check it. The Chu checked the watch for a moment. After I arrived, I started talking with him about 1:25 a.m. And I think it ended around 1:30 a.m.
몰랐어.
Is that it? I thought it was longer. Having a short talk with Hysung before his last moments. Looks like he's regretting. Oh, I don't want to move that back there. I want to move my camera. It's always a hard place to put my camera, like if I'm not in one way, I'm in another way. Out of the time period when the crime was committed? No, he's regretting. He's a good boy. He's like, our Homodachi is always going to be concerned. You can't just say, you looked relieved about the time and everything. So, looks like he's regretting.
저기
Do you have regrets? You seem to. You didn't expect that to be his last encounter with him. Shit is a lot. Am I back? Does it look like I'm back? Yeah, I think I'm back now. That time, I don't know. I think my internet conked out on me or something. Again, I'm sorry about all the stream difficulties tonight, guys. I have no idea what's going on. Like I said, I probably want to invest in like a SSD. I'm still on an HDD, so I'm trying to save up money to invest in a good SSD to upgrade my computer. But yeah, again, sorry about all the technical difficulty, guys. I think I'm back now. If you guys are in the chat, let me know, like, just say something, see if it's gone through. But I think I'm just gonna keep going on then. Everything looks like it's fine. Okay. According to the other people, we were the only ones who saw Hysung before he died.
대체
Yeah, I see comment now. Yeah, I see them. Let me see. Let me do this. Yeah, everything looks fine now. Okay. Hopefully it holds out at least till the end of the stream, then I could like walk around, fix up my computer or anything. But yeah, again, sorry about the difficulty, guys. I'm gonna just keep going here. I can't believe his fader post became his last words. He would have never imagined. Are you sure, like, how long he spends on it? I would imagine he's like, this is how I would want to die. Looking up fader, rage commenting, and doing a flame war everything. This is how I would have wanted to die. Yu-Hyuk's trace. Yu-Hyuk tried to speak to Hysung in the dressing room, but failed to persuade him, and went back to the stage. They spoke for about 5 to 10 minutes, around 1:25 to 1:30 a.m. Just talked about that with Yu-Hyuk.
혹시나 했는데.
I didn't think Yu-Hyuk would fail.
아무래도
Yes, I was hoping Yu-Hyuk would talk him out of it.
그러고 보니
When I saw his next post, he seemed more agitated.
그랬었는데
When I went there, based on my judgment, he would have rejected everything except my resignations from the audition.
아무래도
Yu-Hyuk always says the right thing. He wouldn't suck up to anyone. Ju-young nodded with a worried look on her face.
그렇다고 해서
Regardless, I can't accept the situation. What happened to Si-young was an accident, but Hee-sung's case was apparently...
알잖아요.
Don't think too deeply. As you said, let's get our order of events straight. When even Daddy couldn't stop the angry son, yeah, he's just too angry. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't notice, I dyed my hair a little reddish. It's just coincidence. It's nothing to do with him, Hee-sung, but like, just coincidence.
그래.
Yeah, we better focus on that, otherwise I might hyperventilate again. I don't want that to happen. But we can say it's like a tribute to our red comet boy. So that went good. Let's talk to Seal about it. Yu-Hyuk rejoining.
도윤이 형,
Yeah, it's definitely coincidence, Tasso. Yu-Hyuk went after you.
그랬지.
He came back when I was almost done talking with the others.
네.
I think it lasted for over 5 minutes. He failed to persuade him and Hee-sung began to go wild. Hee-sung pulled down at his hair with his fingertips. Seal openly showed his hatred towards Hee-sung. He might not have expected this kind of ending.
그치만
What's the point of checking everyone's whereabouts?
아마도
If we're vague about our whereabouts, the tension might grow. I'm afraid someone might get cornered. Of course, there is no attacker among us, and that should be the normal conclusion. Okay, Seal. It's like, we're just getting everyone's facts checked. This is a good thing. Get everyone's alibis is good. You can't be saying stuff like this, Seal. You just make yourself sound more sus. Like, you... Why are you so nervous, Seal? Exactly. This is why he would fail in Among Us. It's like he gives himself away when he's not even the imposter. He just gets himself voted out that way. You're right, but it will help us figure out when the incident happened at least.
그러니까요.
I was saying that was pointless. Seal shook his head while mumbling something to himself.
사실은
Maybe this is how I see it.
어?
What do you mean? He might still be alive if you or Yu-Hyuk was able to persuade him and bring him out of there. Dang, now he's just throwing shade on us. Damn it, Seal, you're not making it easy for me to trust you about anything. That's true. And maybe you're talking about an alibi and all so that you'll feel less guilty. That's not what I'm doing. You shouldn't create schism within the group. We should assume that Si-young is the attacker. It fits the frame now. We won't suspect one another at least. What I'm saying is that we should all hate a single target. You're just pulling the target on you, man. Come on. Let's talk to Inha about it.
그치만
I was really surprised. I thought you and Yu-Hyuk would have been able to talk him out of it. I'm sorry.
아니야.
I wasn't blaming you. I'm the one who showed poor judgment. I can't believe he went crazy on Fader after talking to you guys. Inha's short hair gently rustled as she shook her head.
어쨌든
Anyhow, you two came back to the stage and stayed there. And Seal, Ji-young, and I left the stage once, right?
그래.
That's about right. My head hurts. His natural state is anxiety, and everyone's depending on Daddy and Big Bro. But right now we're not Big Bro. We're the Himbo detective, okay? We gotta throw away our familial ties. We're the Himbo detective. We gotta be concise and everything. We can't play any favoritism. Except of course for Daddy Gyuhyuk. But like everyone else is open range. We have to be concise in like everything. I want to delve into our whereabouts, but then I feel like ignoring the whole thing.
일단 해보자.
I was trying to figure out the details.
그래.
Yeah, that sounds like the right decision. Inha put her hands on the sides of her hair and pushed them up. Maybe I'm scared to dig in any deeper. Everyone's still green, so it's not bad. That's not bad. I couldn't enter right away for Inha's departure.
왜 그래?
Everyone saw me when I left. I was pretty loud, you know.
그게
You told us not to follow you.
아니, 잠깐.
Because you and Gyuhyuk went by yourselves. I didn't think you would open the door if we all went together.
으이, 진짜.
I was gonna grab him by the collar.
응?
But
그게
I felt intimidated when I reached the central corridor. So I tiptoed until I reached the dressing room. Inha frowned and moved her eyes. I called Hysung in front of the door, but there was no answer.
그래서
So did you go in?
아니야.
No, I just couldn't. I called out his name a few more times and then waited. I was basically camping there right before the door. Because I was a bit afraid to enter. Okay, so Inha was arriving in the central corridor for a few moments. Inha's departure.
그때
Inha seemed very adamant.
네.
She wouldn't listen. She urged us not to follow her several times. Ju-young nodded and paused for a moment.
그러고 보니
Did she have to go after him so hurriedly?
그건
Inha seemed to have been annoyed by Hysung's posts. She went after him right away, so as soon as she saw his posts, the two of them looked at Inha. Inha was quietly staring at the crumbled exit. We should have a reason, but let's not make false assumptions.
그치만
But I'm still worried. Inha tend to act on her own behalf without discussing with us.
아시잖아요.
That's just how he is. That's just how she is, you know.
맞아.
Yeah, that's true. A woman of action. Ji-young's face turned grim again. In a normal situation, you wouldn't have to worry about anything about her, but at a time like this, she could be pushed into a corner. Inha departure.
그랬지.
Inha went after him.
그랬지.
She left right after you came back. I wouldn't have to talk to Inha to find out how long the term was. Ju-hyuk quietly stroked his chin.
그리고
After that, Seal left and then Ju-young,
결국
which means we all left the stage once. Ju-hyuk lowered his hand. You should be able to figure out when you are done talking to everyone.
그래.
Hopefully. That is, if everyone's telling the truth. Oh! Detective Daddy right here. Yeah, I remember what happened last time. You don't have to remind me, Tasso. We all remember what happened last time she was pushed into a corner. Seal especially remembers that time. But yeah. Oh, no, this way. But yeah, you see that? Our assistant, Gyuhyuk, Daddy Gyuhyuk, he's reminding us like this. Assuming everyone's telling the truth. He's got that detective assistant brain, man. That too. I just hope everyone will be honest with me.
그래.
You'll sort it out when we're done talking. If there's a lie, you'll find an inconsistency. I don't think I want to talk about Inha with him. Because it's like, why are you gonna suspect my wife Inha? It's like, you can't do that. Like, she's perfect. There's no way she would ever lie. Don't be suspecting. So, I'm gonna save until I get, like, a little higher with him. So I could, if I do get it wrong, I can take the hit and him still be in green. So, let's go with Ju-young next. With Seal's departure.
확실히
That's when I started to feel sick.
그게
When the tremor occurred after Inha left?
어...
Yes, but it wasn't that serious. After that, Seal went after Inha. I think everything looks good. It should be fine. Okay. If I had tried to say anything, I would have had a seizure.
그래도
But I was so surprised. You disappeared so suddenly. I'm sorry about that. Next time it happens, I'll let you know somehow. Ju-young reasoned. She started to hyperventilate, so she left the stage to catch her breath. It was too urgent to tell others about her condition. Yeah, sorry about this again. Everything looks like it's holding. Okay. Ugh, there we go. Okay. Seal departure. Ju-young trace. Ju-young's whereabouts. Due to her hyperventilation, she was catching her breath in front of the door.
혹시
When exactly did Ju-young disappear? Wait, I'll check the time I was trying to make the call. Do-young checked his smartwatch. 1:52 a.m. Do-young showed the watch to Ju-hyuk. It was after Seal left, I made the call while looking for Ju-young. The others came back when we were still struggling to make contact. Everyone including Ju-young, Inha, and Seal. About the fact that 3 of them came back all together. Probably because there's only one passage. I personally would find it suspicious. Other than that. But yeah. I'm not sure how Ju-hyuk would like respond to this. It's like, probably because there's one passage. I don't know, but they came at the same time. As if they agreed upon it. Ju-hyuk was being suspicious about people. I think it's fine to be a little suspicious. I think Ju-hyuk, as our detective assistant, will take it. Even if it's bad, we won't lose too much. We're still in like a high level of green. So it should be fine.
아무래도
Something feels fishy. Everyone came back at the same time. Ooh, he took that down.
글쎄.
Well, there's only one passage in here. The one that leads to the central corridor from this stage, that's the only destination. Ju-hyuk stared at the door in the distance while rubbing his chin.
무리야.
If you're trying to look for things that are fishy, it will never end. We were all threatened, and we all left the stage once.
그치만
But think about it. Hysung was already in last place. He was bluffing, and statements made through Fader were getting discredited.
맞아.
That's true. We have nothing to protect by hurting someone else.
도윤아,
It's scary, but we need to keep our cool. That is, we are trying to make it out of here in one piece. Ji-hyuk's trace. Ji-hyuk talked to Do-yoon after Seal left. After he found out about Ji-young's disappearance, he called out for a call around 1:52 a.m. Soon, all the other members came back. Okay. See, it's fine, it just took a little, but he's like full green, so like, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Soon after In-ha left the dressing room, a tremor occurred. Seal went to the central corridor. I was waiting there for his response, and then the tremor came shaking the corridor. The tremor also reached the stage.
그렇다니까.
No doubt it did. It was scary as hell. After it died out, I got the courage to actually open the door.
그러면
We were in the central corridor up until then. My destination was the dressing room. Where else would I go? I turned the doorknob, and to my surprise, it wasn't locked. In-ha picked up her jacket and wrapped it around her shoulders. Beads of sweat rolled down her neck.
그게
So I went in, and Hysung wasn't there. I had goosebumps for some reason. The dressing room was empty.
그래서
And what happened next? My head began to spin. It was all so complicated. That's when I was starting to wonder if he was hiding somewhere.
어?
Hiding somewhere? Why?
그게 아니면
Well, he said he was going to be there, but he wasn't. I wonder if I should be looking for him. In her entry, after the tremor died down, she found the door to the dressing room was left unlocked, but Hysung wasn't in the dressing room. Okay. Ji-young Tracy? I was just a bit nauseous until the tremor occurred. And S-Young? Ji-young gulped and continued. S-Young wrote a comment on Hee-sung's post. When I saw it, my heart began to pound, and my limbs started to hurt. I was already heavily panting. I could sense that I was going to be serious. You indeed saved your own life. Ji-young tossed her hair back and her pale face glowed.
난
Yeah, if that was the first thing that happened to me, I might have passed out. But now, I know how to deal with it better than before. I knew you were all burdened with my own problems, so I... Oh dear. You are not a burden to us. That's such a, like, weird way to say, it's like, oh dear, you're not a burden to us. Like, he's talking down to his, like, daughter or something. It's like, oh dear, you're not a burden to us. You're like our little bundle of sunshine. I feel terribly sorry. I didn't want to worry you, but then I made you even more worried. Yu-young triggered. S-Young responded to Hee-sung's post saying that they would do what Hee-sung wanted. Jo-young started to hyperventilate after reading the post. Oh my god! Look at that. That's some anger. That's some angry Ju-young right there. Let's talk to Seal. I went there as fast as possible for his departure.
그게요.
I went straight to the dressing room. I didn't have time to check other places.
그러면
Did you go in right after arriving there?
네.
Yes, the door was open. Seal drew his eyebrows together as if to trace back the memory. He closed his eyes for a moment and continued.
그치만
No one was there. No Hysung or In-ha. You must have been confused.
그런 편이죠.
I felt drained. Wait a second. He went straight to In-ha? That's happened after the tremor. But In-ha said she went to the dressing room and opened the door. But no one was there. But if she opened the door right after the tremor, she would have been there to look at it. And then Seal would have saw her. Things are getting real sus around here, guys. I felt drained, wondering where they were.
그러면
Did you come out right away?
아니요.
No, I had to wait there for more. See, even that, he also waited there. Okay. I thought about the places they could go to.
그럼
That's possible. How long were you there?
모르겠어.
I'm not sure for how long. Hysung tilted his head and answered, but soon dropped his head as if something had come to mind. I wasn't wearing a watch like the others. If you check with the other people, you should be able to calculate the time. It took a while to respond there too. It's like, how long it took? Oh, I just didn't have a watch, I wouldn't know. Seal entry. When Seal arrived, the door to the dressing room was open. Neither Hysung nor Inha was inside. He briefly stayed there until he left. Okay. The post is not the only problem.
그게
The post that got you young was a problem too, but... Seal just making us do the work. That's what detectives have to do, man. They're not just gonna straight up tell us, man. Hysung targeted you after then.
아니야.
Did they think they were done with Hysung? The post was uploaded at... As she moved on to the post mentioning Do-yoon. 1:50 a.m.
그건
That was after Inha left when the second tremor occurred. Hysung's posts. Hysung wrote in their post that they were done talking to Hysung.
잠깐만.
Then maybe Hysung is really... Hyuk shook his head for a brief pause.
아니야.
Hysung wasn't the only one that Hysung provoked. They had been throwing all kinds of comments toward the rest of the group. It was just a coincidence in timing. No one knows about the situation here except for us. Like, I love you, man. Like, you're a great assistant in here, everything. But there's a reason why we're the Himbo detective. You gotta be suspicious about people. That's what being a detective means. It's like, after they're cleared of suspicion, then you trust them completely that way. You can't just give them blind trust, man. A new post was written even at the time of the discovery of Hysung, as if he was waiting for that moment. By 2 a.m. it had already happened. We should not believe such a coincidence. Yeah, a new post was written even at the time of discovery for Hysung. When we found Hysung, he immediately uploaded a post. It was like he was waiting for that timing. I'm sorry, I know. Do-yoon, that was 2 a.m. The time forewarned by Hysung. That could have been him trying to make it look like something happened. Hyuk gulped as if he was feeling tantalized.
그래도
It perfectly fits the frame. The time they said that something would happen to whoever was in last.
아닐 거야.
Don't feel confused because you were targeted. You'll figure out a way to explain it. From now on, we should focus on sorting out the timing. That's what we're doing, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I am trying to figure out the timing. I guess no one likes detectives, man. It's just not fun being suspicious of people, but that's what we have to do. Hysung's Fader post that Do-yoon in 4th place was next. It was posted at 1:50 a.m. after the tremor. Do-yoon's reason. At that time, what exactly happened was...
그건
Like I said, I left the stage when I began to hyperventilate.
혹시
Could you be more specific?
알겠어.
Yes. Ju-young's eyes moved as she was recalling the incident.
들어봐.
You and Ju-hyuk were busy talking about something. I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid what might happen if I opened my mouth.
그래서
That's why you left the stage?
그래.
I went to the open area before the door to the center of the central corridor. I found a spot to catch my breath.
그게
The place wasn't all that peaceful.
내 생각엔
That's not what I mean. I wasn't looking for a peaceful place. I was looking for a place where I could calm my symptoms. I had no medication right now, so I had to control myself by any means. Do-yoon awkwardly took a step back. When I barely managed to pull myself together, Inha and Seal were standing before me. Couldn't have met Hysung for sure. Since she was all alone there, they must have been worrying about you. How are you feeling? Couldn't have met Hysung for sure. I'm gonna go with how were you feeling?
혹시
How were they? Neither of them got to see Hysung.
그건
Inha looked very confused. Seal seemed relieved for finding her. Seal didn't go to look for him in the first place. Yes, he seemed surprised to see me out there. Young nodded slightly and straightened her posture.
그때
I told them briefly about what happened and came back to you guys with them.
그래서
After that, we all went together to discover that he was... Was there anything strange when you were out there?
그게
Well... Young stroked her hair with a troubled look on her face. I was just focusing on catching my breath until I met Inha and Seal. I wouldn't have even noticed if someone had said something while standing next to me. That's how bad it gets when it gets really serious. Young's trace. Young caught her breath in the door at the central corridor, then she ran into Inha and Seal coming out of the central corridor, then went back to the stage with them. Inha waiting. There was a reason for waiting.
그런 거야?
Do you want a clearly arranged timeline? Let's see. After seeing Hysung's post, I went to the dressing room.
그랬지.
After waiting a bit before the door, you eventually went into the room and you felt bad to find nobody there.
뭐
I was actually scared. Inna awkwardly corrected her expression. It seemed that she didn't want to sound aggressive. I replaced bad with scared, got it? No need to check. Upset and frightened. It's all the same, right? But you got agitated, right? But you were scared. At our demand of changing upset to frightened. No need to change. Like, sometimes these wordings, like, I don't understand. It says, I would say, but you were scared. There's no need to change the wording. But if I'm saying, but you were scared, it's not changing the wording of upset. It's like, yeah, you're changing the wording to frightened. Upset and frightened is all the same, right? Now I'm just gonna put, but you were scared.
그래도
But you were scared. Why change the wording? What's the big deal? Okay.
아니거든.
That came out wrong. It's like... It's not like I kicked the door open and barged in. I don't want to mislead you. Inha mumbled to herself while trying to avoid Do-yoon's gaze.
야,
Hey, we should focus on figuring out exactly when I entered the dressing room.
그랬지.
Right, then let's start from the moment you left the stage.
그래.
Okay, hurry up before I forget. Do-yoon opened the watch to read Hysung's post. After Gyu came back, Hysung's post came up at 1:40 a.m. I went right after seeing it. I must have arrived at the dressing room at around 1:43 a.m.
그럼
And then, I entered the dressing room after the tremor. Can you get the picture now? For now. For now, or 3 now. Why don't you just hurry up? 4 now or 3 now. Inha, this isn't the time to make these kinds of jokes, girl. Come on. Inha went to the central corridor to meet Hysung after seeing his post around 1:40 a.m. Thinking the door was locked, she waited and then went in to see Hysung after a tremor. Seal entry. When I went to the dressing room, apparently.
그리고
I left after the second tremor came.
그랬었지.
I went into the dressing room just to find it empty.
그래요.
And I already told you that I stayed in the room for a moment. Seal rolled his eyes as if to search his memory. Do-yoon waited for a second and asked the question. Didn't you feel anyone else's present? I wasn't all that quiet in there, but
전혀요.
I'm sure there was no sound. In the empty dressing room, he went there to find Inha. Did you wait for Inha? He definitely did not wait for Hysung.
그럼
Did you wait until Inha came?
그렇죠.
Of course! I wasn't sure if I should come out there immediately. I had no way of contacting her. I checked the door inside the dressing room, but it was locked as I had expected. Ooh, somebody's lying. One of them is lying. The doors that's connected to the central staff corridor? The door that's connected to the center or the staff corridor.
그렇다니까요.
It wouldn't budge. I think the door got stuck on the wall. You didn't answer the question. You did not answer the question of the staff corridor or the one in the hallway. Seal pretended to turn the doorknob.
그리고
I got out of there after some time because it didn't seem wise to be staying there. Then I found Inha in the central corridor.
어?
So I guess you weren't looking for her when you met her.
맞아요.
You're right. I was glad because I could have missed her. And that's how you came back to the stage together. It was dark and narrow, so we got out of there quickly. At that time, we actually thought Hysung might have come back to the stage after he got tired of throwing fits. Seal's trace. After a tremor, Seal headed to the central corridor to find Inha. He found the dressing room empty, so he waited. He met Inha in the central and they went back together. I was somewhere else at the time. After the tremor timed down, she found the door to the dressing room left unlocked. I thought I must find Hysung as soon as I found the room empty.
알잖아.
But it's dangerous. You should have at least called us.
그거는
There weren't many places he could go to, so I thought I would find him soon. Inha spoke while glancing at the torn posters. I came right out of there and went straight to the staff corridor. I checked another door inside the room to see if I could get in, but it didn't budge.
그럼
And I guess there was only one passage.
그래.
Yes, you have to go out of the corridor to enter there. Only one door to the staff corridor. Inha knitted her brows while nodding her head.
한도윤.
What's this, Do-yoon?
설마
Why are you asking me like you already know everything? Are you suspecting me? Do not doubt her at all. I'm just piecing together all the facts. There is obvious doubt. I'm putting doubt more on Seal, but the fact that it's conflicting means there has to be some doubt on her too. But I can't just lie to her about it. I'm gonna say what I actually feel. I think we can afford like one down. I think we should be fine. I'm just piecing together all the facts. Everyone has been put under scrutiny. Let's see what happens.
알잖아.
I'm just sorting out the thoughts. Everyone went through this. Then why don't you show it? Instead of looking like you're going for a kill. Inha lowered her arms that were akimbo. Do-yoon cowered himself and thrusted his palms toward her. Look at the situation. We don't even know who did this.
그럼
Fine, then can you continue? Inha frowned and focused on her account.
하여튼
Anyhow, Hysung was not in the staff corridor either. After finding nothing, I came out and happened to meet up with Seal there.
그랬어.
After another tremor, he went looking for you. He said, "For our safety, we should get out of there." You checked the dressing room, center corridor, and staff corridor. I felt leery when I found out the staff corridor was empty too. It was strange, but I came out since I met someone. She left the empty dressing room to check the staff corridor. Seeing no one there, she returned to the central corridor. Then she met Cell there, and they came back together. I think we can do some more talk. We'll talk with Ju-yoon more. Yeah, I don't think we should talk to her about her trigger. Inha, wait.
그때
Hysung had already left the dressing room at the time.
그럴지도.
Inha wouldn't have known until she opened the door. I guess that's why she waited. She must have felt confused when there were no answers. Yes, she seemed to have something she wanted to say to him. Jo-yoon let out a deep sigh. There was a slight quiver to her breath. Maybe he was still alive at the time. We'll know if we talk about it some more.
그래.
Yeah, but you should be careful. Did the incident happen when we were in the central corridor? Do-young shook her head. I might feel more guilty.
맞아요.
You might feel like you allowed this to happen.
도윤아,
Do-young, you should remember. You should know how to handle the pressure at a time like this. We need to pull ourselves together somehow until the rescue team arrives. Inha, wait. Inha said she was waiting at first because she thought the door was locked.
아무래도
When I first got there, the door was locked. Me too, he opened it when I called out for him.
그런데
I heard him locking the door after I came out. I guess he left it open when he got out of the dressing room. The two dropped their heads and pondered for a moment.
하여튼
I think she went out and looked for him for some reason, but we would have to hear it from her.
일단 해보자.
What's for sure is that Hysung left the dressing room during the time when you came back and Inha got there.
그래.
Right. And we're not sure as to why he left. We're not even sure if he left out of his own free will. Everyone's green right now, so my sanity's looking okay. So I think we can just keep going from this. I'm gonna save real quick. Yeah, because I think if I do anything more, it's just gonna risk like lowering their report with us. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna piece the clues together now. Let's go. Should I leave now and move on? Yes. Okay. A report remained unchanged with these two, but everything else went slightly up. Okay. Everyone looked very tired.
막상 각이 나오는지 모르겠네.
글쎄. 어떤 것 같아, 도윤아?
Detective Do-yoon is on the case. Do-yoon tried to sort out his thoughts. All the stories danced around in his head.
그게
He lowered his head and found his watch blinking. Stay strong. I hope you're just ignoring my messages rather than not being in a condition to see this. Plug hole. Coming up, man. You putting some stuff here. Our sanity went up from a complete stranger. It's like, okay. Do-yoon couldn't help but nod. He needed to focus. Vagueness only creates anxiety.
우리가 다 아는 사실은 하나예요. 혜성이가 화장실에서 누군가한테 습격을 당했다는 것. 분장실에서 제 발로 화장실까지 간 것 같고요.
Good friend Plughole? I don't know about that. I think the biggest twist would be Plughole is actually Jungle Penguin. They're the same people, but different personalities. It's like, hey, I'm the asshole personality on Fader. And then on DMs, it's like, I'm the nicest guy that you're ever gonna meet. And Hysung seemed to... Yeah.
먼저 분장실에서 화장실로 간 시점을 짚어볼까요?
They all nodded.
좋아요.
What happened before and after Hysung disappeared? So first, yeah, Hyuk talked to us after talking to Hysung, so he must have left after that at around 1:30. Gil left. Young caught her breath. Steel's trace. And then Inha went there after seeing his post at 1:40 a.m., thinking the door was locked. She waited, and then went to see Hysung after a tremor. The tremor happened at what time? Hyuk talked to Do-young after Seal left. After he found about Do-young's disappearance, he called at 1:52 It was posted after the tremor. So the tremor happened at 150. She waited at 140, but he wasn't in there. I think that's it. Let's go with that.
규혁이 형은 분장실에서 혜성이를 설득하다 실패했어요. 맞춰보면 대략 새벽 1시 25분에서 30분, 5분 남짓이었고요.
하자는 대로 안 할 걸 아니까 바로 쫓아내버렸어.
혜성이 그때까진 분장실에 있었던 거네.
형 오고 얼마 안 돼서 혜성이가 글을 올렸어요.
난 그거 보고 분장실로 갔고,
글은 1시 40분에 올라왔어.
난 중앙복도 통해서 분장실 앞까지 갔어.
그동안 혜성이는 전혀 못 봤댔지.
걔가 미적거렸으면 복도에서 만났든가 적어도 뒷공문이는 봤겠지. 혜성이가 분장실 뒷문을 쓴 건 아닐까?
No, we established that that was blocked.
거긴 안 열려. 확실해.
어디가 끼었는지 꿈쩍도 안 하죠.
그럼 화장실로 가는 길은 중앙복도를 가로지르는 것뿐이야.
길은 하나인데 이나나 세일이는 기척조차 못 느꼈어. 페이터
Okay, it looks like I'm back. Yeah, everything's just shutting down on me, guys. Sorry. But yeah. So what we said is we established Hysung's departure was around either 1:35 to 1:40 between that time, and he probably did the fader pose he posted in the restroom. Okay, we can go ahead and just keep going then.
그 사이 중앙복도 비는 타이밍 없었나? 빠져나와 숨는다든지 할 기회.
Inha looked at Do-yoon. Everyone except Ju-young used the central corridor. Let's put the events in order. From when Hysung fell silent to when he was discovered, to find the moment when the central corridor could have been empty.
혜성이가 확실히 분장실에 없었던 건 1시 40분 정도부터야. 우리가 혜성이를 발견한 건 새벽 2시고.
Thanks for coming, Sage.
틈은 20분 정도인가?
짧진 않네. 그때 빈틈이 없었냐는 거야.
복도에 사람이 있을 땐 범인은 못 움직였겠죠. 대놓고 걸릴 테니까.
그럼 얘기를 정리해볼게. 순서를 떠올리면 답을 낼 수 있을 거야.
Since everyone's thereabouts when the time of Hysung's disappearance. After a tremor, Seal headed to corridor to find Inha. He met Inha in Central. Oh wait, that's not first. First would be Inha. Inha left, then Seal left. And then Ju-hyuk talked to us after Seal left. And then Jo-yoon caught her breath at the door over there.
이나가 분장실 앞에 온 게 1시 40분 조금 넘어서야. 진동 일어나기 전까진 문 앞에서 조금 기다렸다고 했지.
그동안 중앙복도엔 쥐새끼 하나 없었어.
세일이는 진동 끝나고 바로 분장실로 갔지. 분장실에 가서 잠깐 머물렀다고 했어.
분장실 문이 열려 있더라고요. 들어갔을 때도 닫진 않았어요. 중앙복도에 인기척은 없었고요.
내가 스텝복도로 간 타이밍이겠지.
진동 뒤에 복도가 잠시 비었지만 기척은 없었다.
문도 열어놓은 상태였으면
사실상 틈이 없었다고 봐야겠네요.
누나가 없어진 걸 알고 전화한 게 1시 52분이에요. 그 전부터 공터에 계셨던 거죠.
전화는 결국 안 터졌지?
그치만 다들 곧 돌아왔으니까.
복도 나오면서 언니를 만났어. 문 앞에 있었으니까.
이 시점에서 혜성이 빼고 전부 다시 모였어. 화장실 빼고 다 확인해 본 상태로. 전화가 52분이니 늦어도 55분에는 다 모인 거지. 영희 누난 이때쯤 상태가 크게 나빠졌어. S승연 글을 보고서 과호흡이 올라왔다고 했지.
알리고 말고 할 사이도 없었어. 무대에서 중앙 복도로 가는 문 앞 공터로 갔어.
복도로 간 건 아니지만 순서로는 세일이 다음이었죠.
Do-young unknowingly clicked his tongue. Looks like the things got mixed up in the middle. Do-young had put the events around the center corridor in sequential order, but Hysung's disappearance until the discovery of his body.
괜찮겠어?
무리해서 말할 필요 없어.
아니, 순서가 좀 꼬인 것 같아서.
Did I get it wrong? No.
다시 한번 얘기해 볼게.
Oh, I got it wrong. Okay. Looks like we're connected. But let me check something. Okay, that should be fixing some of my issues. I don't know, my bitrate for my Streamlabs was being too low. Sorry about that, guys, but let's keep going.
분장실에 가서 잠깐 머물렀다고 했어.
분장실 문 들어갔을 때도
내가 스텝
진동
문도 열어.
사실상
누나가 없어진 거 그 전부터
전화는
복도 나오면
이 시점에서 화장실 빼고 다 확인해 본 상태. 전화가 52분이니 늦어도 55분에는 다 모이. S 승연이
왜 그래?
뭔가 또
상관없는 얘기였어.
I'm just lowering everyone's thing.
다
This is bad. This is actually really difficult. Looks like it's fixed again. Ugh. Dang. Man. It's just like I said, when you do stuff live, stream issues is like the hardest thing to do. It's always like, there's always something. But basically what you missed is like, I messed up again. I don't know how this thing is, but let's try that.
이나가 분장실 앞 진동 일어.
We heard that. We heard that.
세일이는 진동 끝나 분장실에
Yeah,
가.
we heard that.
분장실
We heard
들어갔을
that.
때도
내가 스텝
진동
문도 열어.
사실상
S 누나가 없어진 걸 알고 전화한 게 그 전부터
전화는
복도 나오면서
이 시점에서 화장실 빼고 다 확. 전화가 52분이니
It's still wrong.
왜 그래?
뭔가 또
상관없는.
Oh my god, look at all this thing we're messing up. We're terrible at this game. Okay, list everyone's whereabouts from the time of Hysung's disappearance. You definitely don't need that one. I guess we don't need that. 140. Okay. Do Young's trace and do Huck's trace.
이나가 진동 일어나.
그동안
세일이는 분장실에
분장실 들어갔을 때
내가 스텝
진동
문도
사실상
영희 누나 S승연
알리고 말 무대에서
복도로 간 거. 누나가 없어. 그 전부터
전화는
복도 나온
이 시점에서 화장실 빼고 다 전화가 오. 그럼
Oh,
이렇게 돼.
finally, thank God. Ugh.
1시 40분 즈음 도착한 이나가 중앙복도에 있어요. 진동이 일어나고 이나가 분장실로 들어가요. 바로 나와 스텝복도로 가죠. 직후에 세일이가 중앙복도로 왔고요. 영희 누난 얼마 뒤에 중앙복도로 가는 문 앞에 머물러 있어요. 말하자면 누나가 출구를 지키고 곧 이나랑 세일이가 중앙복도에서 마주쳐 무대로 오면서 누나를 만나요. 세 사람은 안으로 와 저랑 규혁이 형하고 합류했고요.
Yeah, I did it.
틈이 거의 없잖아.
I did it, but at what cost? It's like literally all the sanity and rapport that I built up, it's gone now. It's just gone.
이나 씨랑 제가 왔다 갔다 한 때는 틈 아닌 걸로 쳐야겠죠.
범인은 언제 튄 거야 그럼?
화장실 도착하자마자 일치고 튀었을지도 몰라요.
I am the himbo now. I'm just like, no, I can't think. It's terrible.
다른 경우는 전부 다녀간 1시 55분 다음이야.
다시 들어와서 서혜성 찾은 게 2시 5분 정도 틈인데.
Use of the central corridor. The group used the central corridor until 1:55 a.m. There were only 5 minutes until 2 a.m. when the body was discovered. There were only 2 time periods when the attacker could have made an escape. The first was the time when Hysung went to the restroom to the point where Inha arrived at the central corridor. The second was the time when everyone left the central corridor for the stage to the point when everyone came back.
그럼 쟤는 대체 언제 당한 거야?
화장실로 간 직후라고 생각해. 범인이 언제 빠져나갔는가하고는 다른 얘기야.
확신할 수 있을까? 그동안 화장실은 아무도 안 봤...
현장을 봤으니까요.
Tell a clue that might have been loud noise to the restroom. A loud noise, huh? Cleaning tools, moving, ambush. The first attack was in the restroom. Seems like mop was used in the initial attack. I think the fatal room, we would have heard it. The fatal hit against the wall. But I'm scared now. I don't know which one to pick, guys. I think the mop broken, that's a loud sound. I think we would have heard that. The initial attack. They'll clue that might have made a loud noise in the restroom.
혜성이를 공격한 무기는 100원짜리였어요. 두 동강이 날 정도로 세게 휘둘렀죠. 맞았을 때나 자루가 부러져 날아갔을 때 큰 소리가 났을 거예요. 이렇게 현장엔 큰 소리가 날 만한 단서들이 있었어.
아무도 그 소리를 못 들었다는 건
복도에 아무도 없었을 때란 말이네. 그래서 사람들 다니기 전이라고.
Okay, we're
소리
recovering
얘기
a little bit.
아니어도 일리는 있어요. 서혜성이 멀쩡했으면 가만히 있었을 리가 없죠. 이미 당했기 때문에 조용했던 거예요.
No. A brief silence came after Seal's remark.
화장실에 가자마자 당한 거면
그롤린 것도 화장실에서 했을 거야.
그러다 습격당하고.
잠깐만.
Inha raised her hand and came forward.
페이터 보고 조금 있다가 내가 여기로 왔잖아. 그럼 내가 분장실 문 앞에서 기다릴 때 범인도 화장실에 숨어 있었단 거야?
Inha's voice trembled as she finished.
아니라고 보긴 힘들어.
서혜성을 청소칸에 숨기고 기다린 건가?
그러다 전부 복도를 나간 다음 도망친 거야.
Jiyoung quietly turned around and looked at Jihyuk.
근데 우리 무대에서 모였다가 바로 여기로 왔잖아.
방마다 뒤져보다 화장실에 왔죠. 범인 비슷한 것도 못 봤어요.
우리가 다녀온 짧은 시간 동안 어디로 갈 수 있었을까? 다른 비밀 통로 같은 게 없다면.
With a worried look on her face, Ju-young took a deep breath.
범인은 무대 어딘가에 숨은 거야.
The attacker flees. The central corridor was busy when 1:40 to 1:55 a.m. In the restroom, Hysung wrote a post and got killed. The attacker ran away when no one was in the central corridor.
혜성이를 해치고 숨어 있다가 세 사람이 돌아올 때 따라서 무대로 나왔다고요?
그게 아니면 사라져버린 걸 해명할 수가 없어. 여긴 다 뒤져봤잖아. 잠깐만, 멈춰. 만약에 범인이 무대에 있다고 하면 우리 여기 있으면 안 되는 거 아니야?
문을 잠가버리기라도 하면.
If they locked the...
무대로 가보자.
Oh, we are hurrying. We are stressing out. This is intense, man.
놀래라. 큰일 난 줄 알았네.
다른 수작을 부리진 않은 건가?
아이씨, 진짜.
Yinha walked up to the stage.
야! 이 미친놈아! 어디 숨었어? 사람 죽이고 잠수 타면 나야?
The rest of the group stared at Inha in surprise.
뒤에서 통수 피지 말고 맞짱 떠, 새끼야!
There was no answer from the darkness beyond. Dang, she's going at it.
하늘로 날아갔어, 땅으로 꺼졌어. 뭐야 대체?
Inha frowned and looked into the distance.
저기 도윤이 형, 지금도 전화 안 되세요? 서혜성 구조대한테 알려줘야 될 것 같은데요.
At the suggestion that reporting of Hysung's incident, ask the others whether to contact them or not. I'm gonna ask.
잠깐만. 혜성이 얘기 구조대에 해야 될 것 같아요. 전화 지금 되는지 해볼게요.
형, 동네방네 얘기하고 거시게요?
Yes.
문제 있어?
범인 S승연 아니면요. 이 중에 있으면요.
Ooh. You trying to place it around, it's like, them? While you being the one that looked the most suspicious, Seal? Come on.
그렇게 생각해?
가능성을 다 열어놓고 보자면요.
Jo-young interrupted Seal.
맞아, 여기 상황을 알려야지.
우리가 뭘 어떻게 해야 하는지도 물어봐야 돼요.
누군가한테 당한 것 같다. 그렇게 말해야 되나?
사실이 그러니.
Jo-young tried to call the rescue team. No signal.
안 되네. 다른 사람도 확인 좀 해주세요.
The rest of the group raised their wrists and tried to get a signal. After some time, they barely managed to call the rescue team. The intermittent voice gave them short instructions and trailed off.
뻔한 얘기였어. 당황하면 생각 못할 수도 있지.
그래도 혜성이를 저기 두라는 건
나머지를 생각해서 한 말이겠지.
일단 냅두라는데 어쩌겠어.
Provide the exact location of the body. If you're concerned about losing the body, move it near the rescue route once we determine which path is best. Those were the two instructions from the rescue team.
그거 말고는요?
좁은 곳보다 공터에 있으래. 심하게 갈라진 근처에는 가지 말고. 여기도 멀쩡한 데는 없지만 그나마 제일 나아. 천장 낙하물 조심하란 말도 하더라.
진짜 다 아는 얘기만 해줬네요.
Jo-young lowered his head at Seal's remark. Right then, a shiny watch caught his attention.
페이터야.
I hate to say this, but I smell something fishy here. I thought so, the timing is so peculiar. Why all of them remain silent now? They talked a lot when instructed not to do so. Do-yoon frowned and refreshed the page. More casualties from Barry Star's accident site. Breaking news. More casualties happened. This is...
어떻게 이게 벌써?
방금 연락해서 한 얘기잖아. 너무 빨라.
불가능한 건 아니에요. 현장 주변에서 뻗치던 기자일 거예요. 타이틀부터 뽑아서 올렸겠죠.
The more you insult me, the earlier you will be dead. Don't act rashly. Oh, shit! I said this is a survival audition. The show will go on. Don't respond to the troll that pretends to be the dead producer. Now it threatens to kill people. Please ignore it. Don't feed a troll. If that is true, this is so crazy. Jungle Penguin is loving this. Confess to the murder? Why did they say that when someone is dead? Have you seen the latest news on the news account? About more casualties? A squad car has arrived blowing a siren. Are there any news? Someone reported the fake account. Hysung dead? Really? Because he finished last? At the time, a message came in through the messenger. What happened there? You still alive? Pull yourself together. It was from Plughole, who had been demanding answers from Do-yoon. Do-yoon didn't know how this person found his contact number or who he was. Do-yoon had been ignoring him, but this time he decided not to. He remembered getting his senses back thanks to Plughole's message when he talked about the breakdown. Who are you really? I'm on your side. Got me walking side to side. I'm not in a good mood. Stop kidding around. Same here. Just think of me as someone who's ready to help at any cost. How can I trust that? What can you do for me? Have faith in me. Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is faith. Oops, I mean love. Plughole! Anyway, you notice what's going on around you? Even a fireworks festival couldn't be more exciting than this. This asshole called Hysung seems to be the main troll of the day. If Hysung keeps running wild, he will eventually push public opinion to the wrong direction. I'll make him shut his mouth. You just give me help when I ask for it. Rude talks. He provokes others with offensive expressions. They might soon suffer a mental breakdown. Mysterious. Look at that portrait. Who could it be? I honestly have no idea. I honestly don't. Do-yoon frowned. Plughole's tone was not that different from those trolling just for fun. I don't believe you. Stop bugging me. I'm going to block your account. Wow, you're suspicious. How many times have you been ripped off in your life? Hold there, I'll send you a photo. An unrecognizable photo arrived through the messenger. Do-yoon realized it was a slightly blurred photo of a man. It's a bit blurry though. It's me. It's a bit blurry, but I'm sure you can see my trustworthiness. What made you so skeptical? Who hurt you? Man, this guy, I swear. Anyway, I'm gonna pick a fight with Hysung. I'll contact you again at a good time. Be ready to help me when I ask. Cooperation. He volunteered to cooperate to remove Hysung. It's still hard to trust him. He lowered his watch slowly. Now that Do-yoon thought about it, he realized that it wasn't Plughole, but Do-yoon himself who was helping the situation. No need to play along with this kind of wordplay.
전화 계속 해보는 거야?
페이터, 엉망진창이야. S승연, 승리했다는 듯이 떠들고 있어.
Slurring her words, Ju-young had a somber look on her face.
또 새로운 상대랑 붙은 모양이야.
The others turned toward Inha. Another opponent.
S승연한테 작정하고 시비 터는 놈이 나왔어. 이 계정 닉네임이 뭐라고 읽는 거지? 글자가 작아가지고. 그래. 플러그홀?
He's going through it. Do-yoon turned on his watch again to check Fader. Come over here, Hysung, otherwise just go away. Do you really buy that? If SE has a clear conscience, they wouldn't disguise their IP using VPN, an overseas IP. The most glorious national fader star, Hysung CO, the world's best fader star, SC Young. Do you still believe it? Its identity will soon be revealed. Stay tuned.
정말 질렀잖아.
I am inside the collapsed building. I don't want to tell those who can't grasp the cursed situation. Hysung stayed silent. Next target is 4th place Doyoon. Reflect on your life and confess your sins. Instant messages. I'll start my move. My goal is your safeties. Equals everyone's safety. Got it?
뭘 어쩌겠다는 거야?
페이터 싸움에 신경 쓸 때가 아니야.
S 승연 그냥 콱 발렸으면 좋겠네.
Everyone was responding differently. SC Young claimed that they were on the stage. So obviously, some obviously believe that SC Young did murder Hysung. If SC Young put up some hard evidence, or tuned out just an internet troll, what would Doyoon do next? Doyoon's head began to pound. Wow, SC Young, the rescue team made it clear that there are 5 contestants and 1 floor director left. But is there someone else really? I understand that you just want to go along for the ride. I can't be helped. But can't you see that your identity will be unveiled soon? You have gone too far. Knock it off. You will take all the responsibility for that. Who would believe you are at the accident site? Present the evidence. You know what I mean. Plugco was putting pressure on SC Young by demanding evidence. Hysung went silent. But we don't know he's dead or alive. Or he might be waiting for an opportunity. In the end, SC Young said it's nothing more than a collection of gossips. I thought there would be more to Hysung's silence, but who the heck is SC Young? Even Fader user who was easily swayed by public opinion on the timeline were seeming to suspect SC Young, who was remaining silent, to be a fake. I am inside the accident site. I repeat that. The end is around the corner. Ooh, it's getting spicy! Look at that. It's getting spicy!
이건 여기잖아.
Photo upload. SC Young put up a photo on Fader claiming that this photo featuring the accident site proves that they were inside the building. I'm starting to feel scared. Well, now that they faked a photo, great. We don't know the photo was taken. So pathetic. I mean, we don't know when the photo was taken, but it obviously was taken after the collapse inside. If the photo is not fake, then that could be really shocking, but the photo alone is... I can recognize the stage. Looks the same as we saw on TV. Real? If the photo is authentic, we should not provoke SC Young anymore to protect the people trapped inside. It was clearly of the photo of the collapse stage. Doyoon felt like he was suffocating.
말이 안 되잖아. 우리가 지금 여기 있는데.
아무리 봐도 여긴데 합성이라고 하기도 힘들어.
만약에 그렇다면 우리가 못 찾은 통로 같은 게?
Hidden passage. There might be a hidden passage linked to the inside of the collapsed building.
그런 게 있다 쳐도 왜 혜성이를 해쳐?
What the hell happened?
이걸 말이라고.
That's what I wanted to ask. If it really came from... No one knows what's the deal with the photo. Even I sent you one before. It was a bit blurry though. Actually, the photo was taken from here. You're serious? You're 100% really sure about that. Where is Seal in this? He's not talking at all. What the hell? I'm not in the mood for jokes. Okay, give me a minute to find the best way to deal with this. Just calm down, your chicken friends. See you later. None of you should react. Everyone at Fader is waiting for an opportunity to eat you alive. The messages stopped there. Feeling confused, Doyoon turned around. They all looked confused.
진짠가 봐. 진짜 저놈이 서혜성을... 그럴 리가 없어. 뭔가 잘못된 거야.
다시 한번 주변을 찾아볼까요?
이해할 수가 없네. 어떻게 된 거지?
The Yoon clenched his fists. Yeah, he can't look at Fader because he doesn't have a watch. I get that. But like, also, it's like, I know what's in his bag, but do I know exactly everything? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta calm them down. For now, we have to clear up the confusion brought by SC Young. You should have listened to others to gather clues from their reaction.
플러그 홀. 사람들을 진정시키라고? 시키지 않아도 그럴 생각이었어.
Okay, everyone is still green. That's a little better than I thought. I'm gonna save. Make a new save file, because I did a lot of bad stuff back there. I messed up a lot. But that should be fine. Let's call Inha, because her report went really down on all the mistakes I made.
너 워치 너무 열심히 보는 거 아니야?
지금은 전화 때문에.
혹시 네가 그 플러그 홀인가 뭔가냐?
무슨 소리야? 안 되는 거 알잖아.
그런데 뭘 그렇게 뻔질나겠어. 안 그래도 페이터 난린데. S 승연 기세 대단.
정말 안 보이는 길이라도 타고 들어온 걸까?
그런 게 있으면 우리도 그리로 나갔겠지. 아무튼 정신 바짝 차리자. 어떻게 돌아가는 상황인지 모르겠으니까.
Thank you. Look at all that sanity we revived. Hey. Look at that. That is honestly a creepy thing. Why do we keep typing Indeed? We're literally replying to plug hole. But we're not saying that yet, okay? It's like, we can't count our chickens yet, okay? But yeah. If I saw someone post a picture, it's like, hey, I'm right in front of your house. That shit's creepy, man. Like, this is like bone-chilling, creepy stuff. SC Young threatened to eliminate the lowest ranked contestant, then the big mouth Hysung went silent. Timing. SC Young threatened to kill the one in last place at 2 AM. At the predicted hour, Hysung's body was found in the restroom. A squad car arrived blowing a siren. Are there any news? Someone reported a fake account. Some people blindly say everything is a rumor. That's a funny way of thinking. There is definitely definitive evidence. The photo. Ju-young Nightwalk. What is this replying to? All you noobs to B-stars don't seem to know much about Ju-young Runaway. She was spotted walking in a parking lot of a hotel. Since then, she lay low, suddenly announced her retirement, thus shattering her girl group. Okay. This is whenever she was still part of the group but was hiding in public. At that time, rumor had it that one of the idol group members was dating an entrepreneur and tried to get married to him. Ju-young's past resurfaced. Rumor has it that she dated a wealthy guy so that she could retire early, but it ended in failure. A photo of her walking at night was also released. I heard that she got dumped because of the rumor that had spread all over. She completely disappeared after that. I'm a bit sad today. Might be the last day. Let's support Inha to the end. Oh my god, Inha, really? I'm sad that today might be my last day literally alive. Somebody could kill me. But please support me so I don't die, please. They are trying to contact the families of the survivors, but only Inha's family cannot be reached. Is there anyone that knows her family or friends? Nowhere. No one had any contact info. I heard he took some time off from school. He disappeared without saying anything to his classmate. Ju-hyuk disappeared without graduating from university, and no one knew where he had done for several years before entering the audition. I was tired seeing Gu-hyuk on the news. Look at that photo. It's like... It was true, even when his band came out, Do-yoon got all the spotlight. Focus, Do-yoon had commanded the attention of everyone. Let's see if we can get our sanity up. If only I could get more info.
근데
There must be a way to upload the photo. SC Young's photo. It's this place without a doubt.
그러면
If that's true, then why do you think they took the photo?
모르겠어.
I don't know, it's not like we can inspect the metadata from here. Metadata?
어?
You don't know? All digital photos have it. Ju Young is like schooling us in our tech illiteracy. It's like, how do you know this stuff? Jo Young scratched her ear after seeing Do Yoon's face. Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
그게
The one from the registration data?
그래.
So to speak, yes. By seeing it, you can figure out when and with what the photo was taken. Can't you check it with our watch? You can't see that much detail in the watch's viewer. SC Young is the only one who can disclose the info. A PC user might be able to see it.
혹시
Can't we ask other Fader users out there? It might be possible for desktop users though. Ooh! That was
안
bad?
되겠어.
You don't know anything, do you? When a data gets transferred, it loses the metadata. Why are you mad at us, dude? You don't be mad at us because we're tech illiterate, please. Oh, so the photo uploaded on Fader doesn't have the data? Feeling awkward, Do-yoon clicked his tongue. Do-yoon continued while looking down at her watch. The same thing happened when we sent through the messenger.
결국
So what we need is the original file from the person who took the photo.
그런가요?
So S2 Young would never reveal that.
그렇지.
Very unlikely. But we can let them keep fooling us. There must be a way. Metadata. Digital photos have metadata such as camera model, location, time, etc. But this data cannot be checked on the watch and will be removed when the photo is uploaded on social media. Timing. SC Young threatened to kill one in last pace at 2 AM. At the predicted hour, Hysung's body was found at the restroom.
도대체
This is so leery. Hysung gets attacked and the photo gets uploaded. SC Young said the murder would happen at 2 AM, right?
그래요.
That's when we found Hysung. The Young silently ran her hand through her long hair. There's a time overlap.
너는
The Young, what's your take on this? It really happened at 2 AM. Do you really think it happened as they predicted? Not necessarily slow. It was slightly off.
글쎄요.
I'm not sure if I can completely agree with that. It didn't happen exactly as SC Young said.
어?
No, but Hysung was... Wait,
그렇구나.
SC Young made it sound like they were going to murder him at 2 AM.
네.
According to their threat, someone would die at 2 AM. But what we found at 2 AM was Hysung's lifeless body.
그런가?
Which means the forewarned murder had happened before 2 AM. The Yoon continued while rubbing the back of his head. Although it might not be enough to conclude that they were completely wrong. Right, I'm not even sure they would be making this kind of reasoning. But something doesn't add up. Coincidence. Hysung's body found at 2 AM, which was Pacific time forewarned at SC Young. That is, Hysung was already killed before that. Why now at a time like this? The rumor.
왜일까?
Why does everything happen all at once? The stage collapsed, Hysung was murdered, and now we have to put up with that?
그건
It's safe outside, we should stay strong.
그렇구나.
That's reassuring, unlike the look on your face. Unlike the look on our face, we're not reassuring at all. It's like she's just cutting us deep today.
결국
I was just being hopeful. The Young weakly lowered the watch on her wrist.
확실히
It's a clear-cut situation. You can get the picture immediately. I get sick of beloved that fails to gain popularity and things go wrong as I try to hit on a rich guy and retire, right? In the end, I quit and leave Beloved without a sense of responsibility. The group gets disbanded and the agency goes bankrupt. Yoon had mixed feelings about the rumor that has resurfaced. She said, "You can fabricate the lies into truth by adding stories." Yoon's long hair hit her face.
괜찮아요?
Yoon slowly raised her head after a brief silence.
아니,
No, I'm angry. The queen is angry. When I was with Beloved, I only thought about achieving my dream as a team. To aggrieve Ju-young, I know what you're saying, since I'm the betrayer born of B-stars.
네,
I think I know what you're talking about.
아시잖아요.
You know, I'm the betrayer conceived by B-stars.
그래.
I thought you would know. And even if I step forward, I would just end up hurting other people.
결국
In the end, I would probably end up shying off. The two silently stared at each other, because we understand each other. What I dreaded the most wasn't the rumor itself.
그럼
Then, people began to believe it as soon as the rumor broke. I felt very offended.
난
Love, scandal, money, retirement, I never thought about any of those. I had a dream. I had a goal. That's all I could think of.
그래.
That's why I was annoyed. Annoyed at people's prejudice that an unpopular idol would no doubt try to seduce a rich guy and retire. People who were disappointed in me. Reporters that were throwing obscene words at me and... Young shuddered for a moment. Me, who couldn't say anything against their accusations. Misunderstanding. Young felt shocked when the scandal broke out. She focused only to make her dream come true, but people started to believe the groundless rumor.
알잖아요.
Anyone would know, if they worked with you side by side, about what kind of person you are, or what kind of dream you had when you joined the show.
글쎄.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't think I've come out of it yet. Twist. Jo-young had mixed feelings. We had that. Go with Ju-hyuk now. Hidden passage. But isn't it possible?
글쎄,
The passage we're not aware of.
혹시
What do you think? Can we say it doesn't exist for certain? Jo-young tilted his head at Ju-hyuk's remark. But we haven't checked any areas that looked risky. You heard about it too. The Octon carried out unlicensed construction in here?
그래서
I guess that's why the stage collapsed. Jo-young spoke with his breath after taking a look around the palace. Not palace, the place. Ju-hyuk also mumbled something to himself. Maybe we just want to believe that someone or something is in here. Hard to say it doesn't exist.
글쎄
We can't conclude that there is no passage yet. Hysung's attacker is out of our radar though.
그랬지.
That cannot be a perfect crime. There must be a clue. Ju-hyuk looked around while fiddling with his watch.
어쨌든
Whatsoever, I'm not ready to give up on that possibility.
맞아.
I agree. I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
어쩌면
Maybe there was a passage, but it disappeared. We looked everywhere, but there was only a concrete wreckage. If we see anything that could be used as a passage, we should check it. Regardless of what awaits there. Possibility of an exit. Ju-hyuk didn't check dangerous places while searching for an exit. The building has been illegally extended a few times, so there could be a secret passage that was not displayed on the blueprint. It was my decision.
아무래도
Came out of at some time odd timing. I literally We should be back again. Think. Check. Yeah, I think we're back now. It's weird, it's usually my Hysteria streams that get the issues, but I had no real issues today with Hysteria, but now I'm getting all the issues today on my Buried Stars. But, you know, that's just what it is when you try to stream. You never know what It looks like it should be fine. But I don't know, my internet keeps cutting off on me. I'm pretty sure if anyone watches this VOD back, it's just gonna be like... Stutter is like, oh, I'm sorry, it's cut off. Goes again, I'm sorry, it's cut off. Goes again, it's like, I'm sorry, it cuts off. So sorry for any VOD viewers out there. But yeah, it's just... I don't know what's been going on. Let me fix up, set this up again. So yeah, Nick, to sneering remarks that even his past of running away became his characteristic now. Yeah, my internet just said no today. It's just like, no. You want to stream? No, just stop it. Let's see. People always seek for something unique and different. Even tragedy and despair can be one's show's asset. We couldn't resist a foe that helped us make it to the finals. I guess I'm gonna go. People always seek something unique.
다시 말해서
Ooh,
그랬나?
am I really different? If you think about it, no one lived an easy life.
그건
Everyone has their own drama, and it ends there without anyone knowing about it. Isn't that why people are more interested in individuals who have been exposed? Kyuhyuk stared quietly at Do-yoon. After a brief silence, Kyuhyuk spoke again.
결국
They not only take an interest, but also try to pick you clean. People who were not interested in me as a person, they just wanted to reveal my secret.
그럴 줄
In essence, that might be true.
뭐랄까.
I'm not even sure what I've been pursuing now. Everything has been different from what I expected ever since joining this show. It's still the same. Kyuhyuk nodded quietly. Yes, we are really unpredictable, boggy path. Focus.
어떻게?
Why would they bring that up now?
도윤아,
Do-yoon, are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing new. I thought we were being filmed together,
그랬었지.
but when I watched it later, I was the only one on the screen. I'm not sure if that's how they shot it in the first place or if it was edited that way. Do-yoon unknowingly sagged his shoulders. Seeing that, Kyuhyuk fiddled with his tie knot.
그게
The judges were very fond of you. It was natural for them to mostly focus on you for the TV portion. To the remark that the judges were one, the other members were clearly out of attention. I could not see why the others were not happy with that. Why they weren't happy with me not being the whole thing? It's not what I asked for.
아니었어.
I never wanted that to happen. It triggered all kinds of other rumors.
솔직히
I'm sure everyone knew the truth. You just stood out the most.
뭐랄까.
But the aftermath is judges' positive comments, different amount of running time on TV. There were more attacks on him as if they were reactions of it.
그치만
You weren't responsible for all the things that happened to you and your band.
글쎄.
Can you really say I wasn't responsible at all? It'll only poison you if you let them get to you. I'd rather not think about that at this time. Hugh patted Do-yoon on the shoulder. Our current goal is to get out of here in one piece. Tomodachi caring about us. Where are you, you bastard?
그럴싸해.
There's no denying it. What we see here is the proof.
아니야?
It's a photo of this place, the collapsed stage. I enlarged it, I shrunk it, I tried everything. Inha opened the fader page and looked at the photo again. Under her knitted brow, her blue eyes turned dark. This photo is real.
맞아.
It's clear that the photo couldn't have been fabricated.
진짜야?
If the photo is real, that means their threat is not a joke. Young is in here somewhere and we moved about. They found an opportunity to. To the remark that Young is telling the truth if the photo is not a fake. I think it's real. Like, I agree it's real, but do I agree it was taken, like, right then? It's like, no. I think so too, but let's agree with her. I do think it's a real photo.
나는
I'm starting to believe it. No matter how I look at it, the photo is real.
맞아.
Right? We're trapped in here with a freaking psychopath. They'll get us if we're separated like Hysung. We need to stick together no matter what.
그래.
You're right. They can't get us as long as we're together. But even if someone else other than Young comes out, nothing changes. That's it. We shouldn't give them another chance. Inha tore her hair out and suddenly raised her head.
혹시
Can't we beat the crap out of them first?
애매한데.
At this point, we have no way of knowing where they are or what they will do next. And it's like, can't we just throw fists first? Didn't they say you were the next target? Inha gently grabbed Do-yoon by the arm. Don't worry. You have us, with you. We're supposed to be calming them down, but they're the one calming us down. The perfect timing means...
헐.
It creeps me out when I think about the perfect timing. At
그랬지.
2 a.m.
그러니까
Exactly at the time forewarned. Inha disheveled the side of her hair with her hand. Inha glanced at Do-yoon hesitantly.
그러면
I guess Young is the attacker, right? If we just peg them as the attacker, it would make things much easier for us. Can't relax yet though, since we don't know where Young is hiding. I'ma do that.
올해도
But that's still not a complete solution. You don't know where they're hiding or how they managed to escape.
아니야.
It's not the truth we want right now. We can barely pull ourselves together. Inha hunched her shoulders with a confused look on her face.
어쨌든
Anyhow, the timing was too perfect to disregard it as a wild guess. Making things more vague won't help us. This is not a mission we have to solve anyway. Murder threat? Not a good time for this.
뭐야 진짜?
Is this something I should be proud of? Why would they look into my friends and family?
아무래도
I think they've gone as far as your crew members. It's not like I'm already dead. Inha bit her lips, her face turned red.
으이, 진짜.
Don't make a fuss about it again. My goodness, we can't even contact her family or friends. They thought they figured out how to contact your family and friends if they kept digging. I guess your crew members know how to keep quiet.
헛짓이야.
If they think they found nothing interesting, because they don't know either? The remark that even crew members didn't know how to contact her family or friends. Being close doesn't necessarily mean knowing everything. I guess it was just a business relationship. I expected they would know that much. I'm gonna do this.
그래도
They don't have to know everything just because you guys are close. How much would you open yourself others is a very personal choice.
그거지.
Exactly, it's not like you have to know everything about every personal matter. My crew members are too busy practicing to ask annoying questions. That's the modern social relationship, right?
어쨌든
I really like my crew members. They accept me into their family when my self-confidence hit rock bottom. Even after joining B-Stars, they continue to cheer for me.
말하자면
My crew is my home, so to speak. Wick. The crew was like a home to her. I even wrote Dance Crew Studios as my official address, even filling out the B-Stars application form.
그래도
Still, I didn't completely open up myself to them. It's not like I have to, right?
그래.
Yeah, that depends. I live quietly until joining the audition. That's all there is to it, and I don't want others to know about my life. After grumbling for a while, Inha closed her eyes. Then how dare they mess with my crew? If they have questions, they can ask me when I get out. Okay, how much time has gone through for playing today? About one. It's sealed. That's pretty far-fetched for a hidden passage.
그럴까요?
A passage that can be utilized by someone out there.
어때?
What do you think?
그게요.
I had some hope when we first inspected this place. They did a lot of construction here and there. But there was no passage after all.
혹시
Could we have missed somewhere? Seal adjusted his glasses and pondered for a minute. Shortly, he raised his head and stared at Do-yoon.
아니요.
No, there's no such thing as a hidden passage. To Seal's remark that there's no hidden passage, the rescue team also said so. It was also confirmed by the rescue team, then I guess this is an unavoidable reality.
그렇다고 볼 수 있죠.
For some things, we just need to give in. It's good to have hope, but it's the reality. Okay, Seal. Sure. The rescue team even had the building plan. There's no reason for them to lie.
혹시
I just wanted to make sure of it, since Beastars did so much unplanned construction.
그거야.
Of course I want to believe that there's another passage, and if we can get through that passage, we saw that there was no such thing, and it was confirmed by the rescue team, but I still want to believe it. Seal shook his head. Do-yoon could hear him gulping.
어쩔 수 없죠.
There's no such passage. Hysung's attacker must be hiding somewhere away from us. They won't have the guts to come out in front of us. But if their hiding place collapses, we'll be safe. Ooh, just hoping it just collapsed on the head. You know what? Everyone's green. Everyone's green. I think I'm gonna just keep going. Let's just keep going. Do-yoon looked at the blinking watch. Come to think of it, finding and posting a photo means someone got cold feet, don't you think?
뭐라는 거야?
Problem is, the photo was taken here. Everyone is having a hard time. They clearly crossed the line. I don't like them. Bughole doesn't like them. I don't like you either. Aw, pity for me. Forget what I just said. Silly me. Do-yoon, what's your opinion? Is SC Young really there with you and the others? Do-yoon was lost in thought for a moment. There are many difficult opinions toward SC Young. Some believe SC Young was an internet troll out there, while some believe that there were someone hiding in the building. And Plughole was asking what Do-yoon's opinion.
내 생각에는
I think SC Young is here.
S승현은 이 안에 있어.
Of course, SC Young must be hiding near here. You seem so sure about it. What makes you think so? First off, the photo, that wasn't photoshopped. That was definitely it. Next off was the coincidence. Hysung's body was found at 2 AM and it was forewarned by SC Young. So that's a coincidence there. And Hysung was found at 2 AM, which was the specified time. The photo of SC Young was absolutely taken from here. The image is too small to see from our watch screens, but all of us agreed on that. Wow, a wizard he must be then. SC Young declared that he would kill Hysung at 2, and Hysung was found dead at the exact hour. Can't be a coincidence. A true mystery. Young said that they killed Hysung, but the time we found his body was 2, so it still could be a coincidence. Alright, but this goes against the claim that Young is in there. Ew. Stop making fun of me. I guess that is the thing, so... coincidence is gone. The fact that there might be a possible exit, I guess. His head cleared as he sent the message.
여기 어딘가 숨어 있어.
Young is the prime suspect. The photo found at the specific time forewarned by the body, Young, the photo of the site was real. It seems that Young committed the crime by using a secret passage. After a brief moment, Plughole replied. I'll sum up what you just said, listen up. A mysterious person, Young, used a secret passage that might or might not exist. Young is daring to take photos there, and we'll still have no clue to figure out if it's real. People died at a specific time Young announced, but we don't know if the murder happened at that time. We simply guess it might have. What if we bet on the other possibility? Young is not there, but at home just bumming around, probably figuring out the fact that they were a little too far. The photo posted has no metadata. The death of Hysung was a coincidence, and since there was no hidden passage, Young must be a pathetic troll.
낚인 거라는 얘기야?
Anyway, there are also other people there with you. I've got to use some hard evidence to get Young. Make sure no one falls for it anymore. On the other hand, Plughole seems to be saying things at random. Yoon bit his lip and sent a new message. It sounds like you don't know how to get to Young either. Hey, come on! We're just gonna let this troll blather as much as they want until they figure out they've talked too much. It's the best way to win a fight with an anonymous troll like this one. I'll keep picking, and you share what's going on there. Here's a simple quiz for you. You said a few things a while ago. To corner Young, what question should I keep asking? Just keep at it. From what they talked about so far, there should have been something that would undermine Young's claim. What would render Young unable to refute? That would be... the metadata.
승용이 직접 올린 사진의 메타 정보를 까보라면서 물고 늘어지는 거야. 가장 강력한 증거처럼 내민 건 자기 자신이니까. 촬영한 위치나 시간을 보면 발목을 잡힐 수도 있어.
Ask Young to reveal the photo's metadata. Since photos are the most convincing media on Banner, Young won't be able to slide off easily. If they keep getting tenacious and keep questioning it. You know a bit about dealing with trolls. That's it. From now on, we should focus on the metadata. The messages stop there briefly. Undermine the biggest trump card, that's right.
메타 정보로 공격하고 다 좋다고. 그런데 왜?
How did Plughole get my number? And what does he get by fighting back against Young? Yoon could think of no plausible explanation. And why he was partnering with this stranger. The oppressive feeling, death of his peer, a mysterious attacker, the slandering of the anonymous account. Maybe Yoon was trying to escape from it all, even for a brief moment.
워치에 또 뭐 있어요? 너무 보시는데.
페이터 쌈박질 보는 거야?
이번엔 메타 정보를 까보라는 흐름이야.
사진이 가짜일지도 모른다는 거지.
Plughole didn't hesitate to counter S. Young.
이거야 워치 없는 사람 저뿐인가요?
Teal interrupted Do-yoon.
저도 좀 봐요.
If the photo is real, disclose its metadata. You don't know what it is? The photo's metadata, understand? If it can disclose the time the photo was taken, we can know it's true if we can do so. Cut the crap and just show the photo info. The half of the stage must be fallen down, so it's nearly impossible to kill someone and then take a photo in such a small space. If they are not a ninja.
찍소리 못하는데?
Looks like the troll's tongue is tied.
가짜면 뭘 짓거리든 신경 끌 수 있겠지만요. 그럼 서혜성은 대체...
Please post a piece of evidence instead of a comment, S. Young. Are you drawing an info window on the photo? What's taking you so long?
올라왔어!
It's so pathetic to see people try to deny reality. Let's see the time. It was taken was 23/22/17, which means that was at 11:22. Flash did not fire. The camera brand and model is being blurred though, so he's hiding what he's using to take the picture on. The building was almost collapsed at 11, and the GPS points to the venue. Unbelievable. Plughole suddenly shut up. Ran away after seeing the evidence? It's possible to modify the photo's metadata, but there's no signs of altering or editing in the photo. The people say the place of the photo is taken is the stage, so chances are the photos were taken inside the fallen stage. Thank you for reporting, but we couldn't confirm that there are other survivors. Is it a ghost? S. Young revealed the metadata. They caught both Do-yoon and Plughole off guard. His head, I guess, began to pound like crazy. Do-yoon barely managed to get up on his knees.
그렇다면 S승은 정말 여기 있다는 거야?
To be continued. Everyone's fully trusted. My sanity is still normal.
그럼 정말 혜성이를...
말이 되는 얘긴가?
Imagine having an internet fight in this situation. When else would you have it, Tasso? Tell me.
여기까지 오면 아니라고만 하기도.
한 번을 안 밀리네 이 자식은?
There was no sense of panic in their voice. There was a sense of panic in their voice, I'm sorry. Do-yoon barely managed to straighten himself up.
알겠어.
He managed to blurt some words out through some clenched teeth.
그거 해도 밝혀내야겠어.
Detective Do-yoon on the case, man. He's like, I got this. My son was turning around, and I've got this. I'm gonna solve this mystery. Detective Himbo's over here. Let's go. Damn it, S. Young wouldn't back down. The metadata is uploaded. That was easy for him to say. He didn't feel offended. He could feel the anxiety dying out. What should we do now? We exchanged punches. It's our turn now. Now you really need to help me. You should verify the metadata S. Young has disclosed.
검증한다고?
Let's piece together what happened. The photo S. Young posted shows what exactly.
S승연의 사진.
Now you look at the first photo again.
이건 틀림없이.
This is the stage, obviously.
어두워서 불확실하지만 아마 무대일 거야.
The collapsed stage. It must be the stage that was on TV. I know, right? He makes us more sane, but we still super hostile. He calmed us down, but we still gotta be hostile. It's just some random guy that started messaging us, man. Yes, I wanted to cross-check. Oh wait, I got it. It's the perfect thing. Plughole is still using chat in live streaming. Exactly. This is exactly how it feels. Plughole is Do-yoon's live chat. Yes, I just wanted to cross-check.
그래, 모래가 확실해. 잠깐.
Cross-checking whom? Cross-checking whom, sir? Whom, I asked? You don't need to know. Let's go to the next step. SC Young hid the camera model part in the metadata of the image. Why did they hide only that part? Strange, isn't it? But before discussing this, let's take a look at the time information of the metadata. It's 23:22. I want to talk about the time. The photo was taken at 23:22. So, what were the others doing at 11:22 p.m.?
11시 22분. 그쯤에 우리는
11:22. What happened at the time of the building? Details of her death. It's hard to tell if she died. That's not really anything to do with time. The ringtone. Contestants set various ringtones. I'm pretty sure it's just about death then. Nothing else is really important.
갑자기 생각난 건데 PD님 발견했을 때가 몇 시쯤이었죠?
Yoon quickly checked her watch.
자정 근처였어.
Yoon sent the message, but the response was cold. Hey, you should point out the time. Are you helping me or testing me? You're lucky I'm such a tender-hearted person. What you're explaining doesn't make sense, in particular about the time. It's taking at 11:22 p.m., not at 1:22 or 1:22 Do-yoon.
11시 20분.
Come to think of us, we were on the street. Really? You sure you're not confused? I'm absolutely sure we were all on the stage.
그럼
Weird. Then how did they take a picture? We have to rule out everything that's impossible, leaving only the possible explanation. You know where this leads. If the photo was taken there, it would have been taken by one of you. Yoon instinctively glanced at the rest of the group. If someone here took the photo, who could it have been? Yoon had no clue whatsoever. Let's talk over the phone. Oh, hell nah! Using data service is much better. We can't call, but we still use Fader and Messenger. Can't you see? SC Young is really here with us, you mean? Hiding somewhere to take the picture? Look at the photo. See if it was taken from a hiding place.
전혀 그런 각도가 아니었어.
No, it was taken from the stage. Well, then let me ask you a very important question. Anyone there have a smartphone? No, all of us are using Messenger and Fader on our smartwatches. That's a device I'm not familiar with. Then I'll change the question. That smartwatch or whatever has a camera? I'm pretty sure Hysung's was the only one that had a camera. One of the contestants, late Hysung, was wearing a watch with a camera. Jeez, that's not fair. Only he had a watch with a camera? Well, thanks for confirming that. Is he near you? I was told not to touch his body, so he's still there in the place where he was found. Would you do me a big favor? Can you go check his watch? In particular, check if his watch has the photo that was posted on Fader. Yoon lowered his watch and thought briefly. Check SC Young's photo on Hysung's watch. What does that even mean? His head swirled with confusing thoughts. We're gonna go check his watch. I'm on it. I'll get back to you soon. The Yoon stared at the group. He looked at the rest of the group. They looked worried and confused. The Yoon tucked his chin and opened his eyes.
S 승연이 올린 사진 혜성이 워치에서 나온 건지도 몰라요.
Their eyes widened as he had expected.
서혜성은 죽었잖아요.
한참 멍 때리다 뭔 소리야? 혜성이가 왜?
도윤아, 생각이 지나쳐.
This is awkward, but let me explain first, guys. The Yoon explained why they needed to check the watch. But he didn't mention anything about plug hole. Nobody trusts an idea from some anonymous source.
발상은 그렇다 쳐도 혼자 가는 건 안 돼.
동감이야. 갈 거면 같이 가.
We're moving as a unit.
거길
언제 또 진동이 올지 몰라. 아니면 범인이...
The Yoon took a step forward towards Seal.
세일아, 같이 가보자.
네? 제가요?
He was about to jump out of his skin.
혼자 다니는 게 문제면 둘이 가면 돼. 무대엔 이나, 영희 누나랑 규혁이 형이 있으면 안심이야. 워치에 대해 물어볼 게 있으면 세일이 네가 큰 도움이 될 거야.
도움... 그래요.
Oh, he's like this.
알겠어요. 같이 가봐요.
He's like, oh, it's not because you suspect me. It's because you trust me.
쎄하다 싶으면 바로 나와야 돼. 언니 말 들어라. 알았...
Ooh, bloody.
역시나 후달리네요. 확인할 거 하시고 궁금한 건 말씀해 주세요. 저는 누가 갑자기 오진 않나
고마워. 금방 끝낼게.
The Yoon patted Seal on the shoulder and went inside. Wait, I missed out on something. Isn't his watch locked with the password? I can't crack it. Everyone uses the same password since the watches are sponsored products. What a poor sense of information security. Any chance that Fader could be hacked? Each Fader account is bound to the watch app. It's not even possible to switch accounts. That means even if V-Star's contestants has their official account stolen, no one can write a post without the watch. People were asking, so then, all these corny posts that came earlier were written by you guys? The earlier posts were written by a staff member at the end of the first round of the finals. You were only allowed to write posts starting in the second round. I see, I just thought you wrote all those annoying posts. Okay, what's the watch's model number and password?
비번을 알려달라고?
The Yoon turned around to check on Seal. He was staring at the entrance with a worried look on his face. Why would you need to know the password if you're not here? No, I don't feel like sharing the password. We're not putting all our eggs in this basket yet. What do you need the password for? Do you want to catch SC Young or keep playing with them? Mental breakdown by SC Young versus sharing your password for our sake. If you decide to trust me, be consistent. I haven't decided to trust you. Do Yoon decided to share the... Why are you doing this? We did not decide this, Do Yoon. Thanks, I guess. Investigating the watch now. Wish me luck, muhaha. It could be a mistake, but he had no better idea at the moment. Do Yoon shook his wrist and looked at Hysung's watch. He groaned upon touching the cold body.
왜요? 무슨 일인데요?
아니야, 별일 아니야.
Do Yoon raised his hand to assure Seal. He entered the password and checked the screen.
사람한테는 없는 사진 앨범.
He opened the album. there! The photo! The photo S. Young had uploaded was right there. At the same time, a certain memory crossed Do-yoon's mind.
자, 그지? 이렇게, 요렇게. 이 워치 두 개 라인으로 나와. 뒤에 C 붙은 건 카메라 있고 빠진 모델은 없어.
He thought about the moment when they were talking about the smartwatch, which was sponsored. The photo posted on the social media was the one taken at the time. Here's the photo. I remember Hysung took that photo. The model number on the watch must be written there. This leads us to another question. How was the photo from the watch made it to S. Young? Choose your answer. 1. The dead person conspired with S. Young. He sent the photo to them. 2. S. Young stole the photo from the dead person's watch. In this case, we need to figure out how. I think they were conspiring a little. I don't think he meant to send it to S. Young specifically. It might have been another account. But because he completely hated S. Young. But Hysung said he had like an ace up his sleeve and wondering where that was coming. So I'm gonna go with this. Because like, how could he have retrieved it? It's like, there isn't really a way. It's not really cloud services or anything, I would think. I would only think he conspired. I'm gonna go with that.
설마.
He must have sent it S. Young. That's the only possibility. Meaning that the both of them were coordinating, including S. Young's murder threat and Hysung's reaction, right? Let's suppose so, that there are still many other unanswered questions. How did S. Young send the photo? How did Hysung send the photo to S. Young then? You know nothing about how the watches work, so what's your thought?
사진을 외부로 보낼 만한 기능이라면.
Recording sound. Contacts app. Messenger app. How would they send it? They didn't say anything about Fader having a DM service, so I don't think it's Fader. And the phone app is just calling, so it won't give him the photo that way. So it's either Messenger app or Contacts. Contact app. You're just calling. I think we can send photos through Messenger app. Let's see.
사진을 보냈다면 메신저가 유력해. 내역을 보면 뭔가 나오겠지.
Young decided to check Hysung's messenger. Nothing special. Young checked to see if anyone suspicious was in the contact list. No one's suspicious. I checked, but there's no sign of transfer. Hello? Well, I expected that. If S. Young and Hysung conspired to do this, both of them deserve the best actor reward. Then why did you ask me? I just wanted to check something. I didn't want you to lose your focus while playing this important detective game. I'm gonna send you something fun, check it out. Voila! How did you get it? I found it in the cloud drive linked to the camera app on Hysung's watch. So there is a cloud service. I couldn't believe the username was the same as the Fader username. I entered the common password. I knew the contestants were told not to change the setting, but this is over the top. What a security hole. Can the backup server be accessed from outside? It can be accessed with a PC. I could access it with my PC. Do the smartwatches support web browsing? No. How about switching to another account? No. then it's a useless device. I won't buy it. Now, you get my point? Hysung is just an attention seeker. There's gotta be someone out there who knows your common password. Just like me. Hysung got the photo that had been taken by Hysung's watch and automatically uploaded to the cloud server, but no one knows how Hysung learned about the cloud and password. Let's reveal Hysung's identity then. Not yet, this is not enough. This is just a bait. He mentioned there was a cloud in the photo? I guess. It's been so long, that's why I forget that stuff, man. I don't have that mind trap that Sherlock Holmes got. Trap Hysung with this piece of evidence, we must prove that the original copy belongs to someone else. Got it? Posting on Fader involves losing all other data and photo of the photo, so we should upload our photo along with the metadata, just like Hysung did. So if you post it, brag about hacking someone's cloud server? No way, that'll drive us into a problematic situation later.
아니, 여기까지 와서...
Then what should we do? Hysung is not in good position since the metadata cannot be checked on a smartwatch. The point is, we have found out how Hysung could get the photo, but that alone is not enough. People will get confused over who's right if Hysung denies all that. We need a smoking gun. Like what? Like, I know who you are thingy. The best way to defeat a troll is to reveal their identity. They are the only ones saying those things because they've been able to stay anonymous. To win, we must take off the troll's mask. But what if Hysung keeps denying? This will happen if we miss it, but we hit the bullseyes, then they won't be able to deny it. We must entangle them with solid evidence to break the whole frame. Easier said than done. How can we know who they are? Now we know how Hysung got the photo, just narrow down the list. Find out who hates you and Hysung, the last and second to last in ranking respectively. Hysung seems to have a grudge considering their murder threat. A grudge. Possibly yes to Hysung whom they impersonate. And figure out who's likely to enter the cloud backup server. If you can, find other evidence too. Password. Hysung gained the photo from the cloud server, which was linked to Hysung's watch account. This is impossible without knowing the password. Now, get back to your friends and stay with them. They'll be missing you if you're the only one. If you only hang out with me. I'll be having fun with Hysung in the meantime. See ya. Luckhole said he wanted to say and just disappeared.
정체를 드러내야 끝난다.
Yoon chewed over the message. Hysung appeared out of nowhere to taunt the survivors, and left everyone bewildered with Hysung's death. The confusion would just grow if Yoon didn't do anything about it. After pondering for a moment, Yoon turned his steps.
세일아, 끝난 것 같아.
네. 뭐 좀 찾으셨어요?
덕분이야. 고마워.
Look, he's so happy.
역시 혼자보다는 둘이 낫죠.
Yeah, we did have two heads. I'm not talking about you, Seal. I'm talking about Plughole, but we did have two heads.
돌아가자. 가서 하고 싶은 얘기가 있어.
Seal tilted his head to the side, feeling curious, but soon led Yoon back to the group.
이렇게 사진을 올린 거였어.
대체 뭐하는 개자식이야? 확 페이터에 까고 난장 제대로 피워. 도윤이 말대로 더 엉망이 될 거야. 뚜껑 열리잖아 저거.
사진을 빼돌렸다고 꼭 바깥 사람이란 뜻은 아니야.
서혜성 사건의 범인이 아니라는 단서도 아니고요.
정말 범인 같으면 특정한 때 경찰에 제보할 수도 있을 거예요.
경찰? 그래 뭐 신고는 해야겠지.
There was some controversy when Yoon suggested that he would reveal Hysung's identity.
난 찬성이야. 어떤 놈인지 진짜 궁금하거든.
전 조금 잘못 찍으면 페이터에서 얻어 터질 수도 있...
우린 생존자일 뿐이야. 밝히는 것까진 우리 소관이 아니잖아.
뭐라도 단서가 있다면 괜찮지만 무리하는 건 반대야.
눈 가리고 귀 막은 채로 넘기려고도 해봤잖아요. 그치만 끝나질 않아요. 외면하는 걸로는 적이 쏠리는 신경을 끊을 수가 없어요. 정체를 알아낼 거예요.
Detective Himbo's on the case.
페이터에서 아예 사라지게 할 거라고요.
So you made up his mind. The rest of the group seemed to agree that Hysung's presence was a problem.
범위 다시 한번 말해봐. 두 가지였지?
Yeah, we only do this shit in a mystery game if we're the protagonists of a murder mystery. Oh, wait a second, we are right now. Yeah, that's right. You mentioned 2 possible cases, right?
출연자 비번 정보를 알거나 알 수도 있는 사람.
또 이 사고를 보고도 익명 계정으로 날뛸 동기가 있는 사람.
혹시 또 뭐가
제 시청자들보다 출연자에 대한 정보가 많았어요. 씨를 떠나서.
방송 관계자든가 친한 사람일 수도 있겠네.
Hysung seems to be, sensitive information about the top 5 that was only available to the staff. There were 3 possible cases. It might be possible to narrow down further to a certain pool if investigated further. Yoon gulped and stepped forward. Okay. Well, we had some bumps in tonight's stream, but I think we ended it off in a good spot. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save and end it off here. Okay. But yeah, like I said, had a couple bumps tonight's stream, but we've made it. It's a little... let me see how much time we did. We did a little about 2.5 hours, but that's fine with me. But the plot is thickening. It's starting to feel less of us talking about, like, the character building, and more like the actual mystery now that we're proactively going towards his solve. So, this is really interesting now. I really enjoyed the deepening plot. I like this turn where we're having a more proactive role in, like, solving it now, because someone has actually died, and if we don't do anything, someone else would probably die too. We're gonna be proactive, so it's very interesting. Plug hole. I'm not sure about you anymore, but apparently Do-yoon placed all his trust in you right away. I'm just saying, like, don't put all our eggs in one basket. Seal still being sus as hell, but maybe that's just how he is, just how they wrote his character. But that also just makes him sus in general, so... Other than that, I am starting to get some theories out of it. I won't say it too much, but yeah, in murder mystery games like this, that's the fun of it. Just like doing our theories, see if they pay off, see how we react to it. But yeah, that one thing when we did killed us a lot. It really killed us a lot. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for sticking with me this late. Again, like I said, sorry about all the tech issues. I really gotta switch my PC setup to an SSD. Like, I've been putting it off for the longest time. It's like, I really have to switch it up to an SSD. That's the main thing my computer's missing, because I got, like, GTX 1080 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM. Oh, no problem. I'm having a lot of fun streaming. No problem there, Corey. But yeah, I gotta really upgrade it. It's like, I have already 16 gigs of RAM, i7 processor, and also a GTX 1080 Ti. That's not the best one that's out right now, but it'd still be able to handle this no problem. The only issue I really have is my hard drive. I gotta switch it over to an SSD. When I do that, that'll probably fix a lot of issues. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna be streaming Persona 5 Strikers next. Not sure when that's happening, but things are also getting pretty fun on that, if you guys want to check that out. I have the playlist for all the games I have on my channel as well. So right now we have 3 games. And for Zestiria, it does feel like we're like at the 3/4 mark. I have no idea where we are on that one yet. But if any of you guys have suggestions for other games as well, when I'm done with Zestiria, I could think about that and then put that on the channel as well. But other than that, hope you guys had fun tonight. Again, thanks for sticking with me with all the tech issues. And thanks again to all you VOD viewers who are going to be seeing this, like, just skip frames over and over again because, like, internet crash, Streamlabs broke, internet crash, everything. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be. Thanks again for all your patience again. Hope you guys have a nice night and hope you guys had fun. See you later.